Hey, it's David here. Next week, next Tuesday, October 12th, is the day that my next book launches. Own Your Freedom, Sustainable Wealth for a Volatile World. This is the book that one of my great mentors, Mr. Dan Kennedy, and I collaborated on a year ago when we were seeing the flux of all the changes going on with COVID and the debt extensions in this country, and the fact that there are so many people dealing with so much stress today. Doesn't matter what your career path is, doesn't matter what your income level is. There's a lot of stress today about how do I navigate through these very uncertain and volatile times. This book is not a political book. This book is about putting your oxygen mask on first, just like they tell you on the airlines. When the cabin pressure drops, the mask come down, put yours on first. Why? Because if you don't have your own act together, if you don't have your own freedom in place, then how are you going to help other people? The changes going on in this country are very strong, as many of you know. You can decide whether you like them or not, but I believe it's all about more control over the people, more dependency on government, which is not where freedom comes from. So the only part of my book, our book, that has any political sway to it is in the introduction. The rest of it is all principles. Principles on demystifying money. What is money? Well, money does help buy freedom. It buys time. It buys independence from those who would like to cause you to be dependent on them. Dan and I spent a lot of time in the last year working on the basic outline of the book before we even wrote it, to come up with sound long-term principles that would stand the test of time. So this is not a book about tactics. This is not a book about ninja, bright, shiny objects. That's for other places, other times. This book is a book that will last the times, and it's a book that I believe is one that you can give to your friends, your family members, your younger kids, granddaughters, nieces, nephews, who probably are much younger than you, I would assume, and are possibly also struggling with the way things are in the country today. Again, the disruption that has taken over and left many people just feeling a little bit depressed, a little bit lost, and unsure where to go next. This book, I believe, is part of the answer. So I hope that you will help me by, number one, purchasing a copy of the book. You can go to ownyourfreedombook.com, ownyourfreedombook.com, where there's bonuses in place, interviews that I did with Dan at his home in Cleveland, some extra reports, and a download of the first couple chapters until you get the book. But next week, the books will ship. So if you order now, on October 12th, the books will ship, and they'll come straight from our publisher, so they'll be in your hands right away. If you'd like to give books to some of your friends and colleagues, there's a place on ownyourfreedombook.com where you can bulk order at discounts. My goal is not to sell books to make money. My goal is to get this book out in as many hands as possible, because I believe this is got to be a grassroots effort that we re-educate, we re-indoctrinate the people in this country who, unfortunately, many, at least 50%, have fallen prey to mainstream media and a lot of the spin doctors and big tech. We've got to turn this around, folks. That's the only way to do it. So please help me. I'll be putting out a separate video message each day up through the launch date, talking about some of the main principles in the book. Take a picture of yourself with the book when you get it next week. Tag this post, share this post if you care to. But I'd love for you to help me get this book out into as many hands as you can if you believe in the long-term necessity to hold and maintain freedom in this wonderful country of ours. Thanks.